Alright, I'm at a Japanese garden in Phoenix. I'm trying to get over a bad situation that I ran into in Phoenix a couple days ago. So one of the big reasons why I moved out of Seattle is to get away from the big city kind of hatred that sometimes happens. We got a lot of prejudice in politics. A big city like Seattle, get away from all that. You know, I'm happily single. I have different hobbies from a lot of other people. I talked about this in some of my other videos. So I come out to Phoenix to get away from that. Now, a couple days ago, I went to a Walmart to get my oil changed in my car, and I ran into some prejudice as well. Very subtle. I'm recording this in summer 2021. Huge worker shortage, right? The Great Resignation, whatever you want to call it. And long lines, which is fine. I like getting to chat with locals here. Long lines don't bother me, don't get me wrong there. Now I line up and I start chatting with some of the locals here. And I'm browsing at my phone because we got a computer Olympiad coming up that's being held remotely. And next thing I know, people are lining up around me. It's really insulting because I was number 4 in line, and there's aisles behind us, and I'm standing directly behind number 3, and people start to line up behind number 3 around me. And the guy asked me, "Excuse me, but the line's back there." And I know he showed up after I arrived because we were actually talking. He joined in on a discussion that I had about why I was talking about why this would be a good time to work 2 or 3 jobs because there's not going to be a whole lot of competition. Maybe we should save up the money so that when people actually want to work, we could retire and have an easy life, right? In the back of my mind, I'm thinking that these Walmart employees are stupid for quitting. I didn't say that out loud, but I gave the discussion a little bit more energy than I should have, probably. But when I noticed that everybody had lined up around me, I got very upset. Not because I had to wait, don't get me wrong. I actually had plenty of time that day. In fact, I wanted to wait extra because I was trying to extend my intermittent fast. It was actually a nice bonus, but I was hurt that in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, these guys think you don't matter, right? Something about me allows them to line up around me or to not notice me, or something, right? I don't know if it was the discussion about the Great Resignation or my appearance. I don't think my discussion about the Great Resignation was anything negative. I said, wow, I want to get 2 or 3 jobs right now so that, now that it's easy, right? That's all that was the gist of my conversation. I don't know if maybe I hurt somebody who recently resigned, right? That could be a possibility. But I was talking about it in my perspective. I didn't point out anybody else's perspective, like maybe you should get 2 or 3 jobs, right? I didn't say it in that regard. And I pointed out that I do private tutoring and that it's been a lot easier to work with some of my clients now that I get to set some of the terms, right? I was talking about how in the past, if I had to go to a client's home and they used a lot of air fresheners or they smoke in their home and I couldn't go in there, oftentimes that was non-negotiable, right? They had other tutors they could choose from. Nowadays, people are giving up those things just to get my tutoring, and maybe this is a good time to get 2 or 3 jobs, right? I don't know. Let me know in the comments if I pushed it a little bit too much. But for some reason, it really hurt. And so for 2 or 3 nights, I haven't been able to sleep. I've come out here to the garden to try to view something more beautiful where I'm not going to run into this, and fortunately the people I've run into today have treated me well, so maybe I need to let that go. But it reminded me of we need to be careful about how we behave, because we, as much as we hate to admit it, we represent wherever we live, right? Whether it be Phoenix, whether it be the United States, whether it be the Earth, right? We always represent the human race, right? And we want to avoid see, I was watching the Olympics earlier, and one of the YouTubers had commented on a test he had invented to test how much urine there would be in an average swimming pool. the test is kind of interesting. What he did was he tested for this chemical, an artificial sweetener that people like to ingest. And the only reason this artificial sweetener could get into the pool would be if somebody ingested it and they urinated into the pool. I believe it was acesulfame. And he tested levels and he extrapolated on how much urine there must be in the pool for the acesulfame to be at the level that it was. And he estimated that an Olympic swimming pool, on average, would have 13 gallons of urine. I'm not sure which one disgusts me more, the urine or the artificial sweetener. To be honest, I'd much rather drink clean urine than to drink artificial sweetener, but that's just me. I have drank urine before, and it doesn't bother me so much. Obviously, from somebody who had healthy habits. But it's just like when you practice prejudice, whether knowingly or unknowingly, when you behave carelessly and somebody regards it as prejudice, you're urinating into the pool of the human race, right? You might hurt somebody for a couple of days. You might cause somebody to lose sleep for a couple of days, or not be able to eat right for a couple of days. It's kind of interesting. I've been kind of using the hurt as kind of a way to fast, because I haven't been able to eat, thinking about that. But not everybody's going to take it the same way. And these last couple of days, it's caused me to reflect on what I need to do to avoid urinating into that pool, right? It's kind of funny how it turned out in terms of the analogies. But if you're not careful, you could be that one person that urinates into the pool, right? It's a bad experience that I got in Phoenix, and I'm sure they didn't do it once or twice, right? The behavior of the people in the lines at Walmart, it's habitual, right? They're gonna hurt other people that they don't realize they hurt, right? All right. So be careful. Don't urinate into the pool. Certainly not in real life when you go to the pool, right? Anyways, I'll have to try that pool test. I don't like swimming pools as it is because most of them use harsh chemicals. But if I see one that fancies me, I might think about it. But if I see a lot of artificial sweeteners, I might not like it either, right? I'd just prefer to go swimming in the ocean. The ocean will dilute it all, right? Thanks for watching.